we will connect, first of all, the Chag Shabuot to what happened nowadays. We know that before Matan Torah, Borei Olam went to all the nations and offered them the Torah. This is written in the Midrash, and it is being brought also by Rashi on the pasuk, Amonai misinai ba, וזרח משעיר לעמו, הופיע מהר פרן ועתה מרבבות קודש. בורא עולם הופיע מסיני בא, הופיע מהר פרן. הר פרן was the place that Ishmael used to live. And they went also to Bnei Esav, as we mentioned. When Bnei Esav, the children of Esav, they asked Borei Olam what's written in the Torah. Borei Olam answered them, it's written, Lo tirtzach, don't kill. So they answered, look, we got a bracha, Al charbecha tichyeh, you will live on your sword. So we cannot accept the Torah. This is our nature. The same thing asked when he came to the children of Ishmael. They asked, what's written in the Torah? And the Borei Olam answered them, it's written, Lo tignov, don't steal. So they said, this is against our nature. Therefore, we cannot accept the Torah. Then Borei Olam came to Am Yisrael, and they said, Naaseh v'nishma. But still, the nations can ask a question and say, it is not fair. Borei Olam, you didn't behave with the Jews as you behaved with us. To us, you said something which is written in the Torah, which is against our nature. Could be if you would have told the Jewish people something which is against their nature, they would have said also, we don't want to accept. Why you didn't do the same as you did to us? The answer is, this question I found by the Baal Avnei Nezer. And he gives an answer. What does he say? He answers that also to the Jewish nation, Borei Olam also told them something which is against their nature. Not only to the other nations he did it. He did it also to the Jewish nation. Where did he do it? When he came and he said to Moshe to tell the Am Yisrael, Hagbel et hahar b'kidashto. Limit the nation. Make a border. Don't let them go close to Mount Sinai. This, said Avnei Nezer, is something against their nature. The nature of a Jew is to get close to the Kedusha. As the Pasuk in Tehillim says, Va'ani kirvat Elokim litov. To me, be close to Borei Olam is the best. And this is what the Jewish nation, this is the nature of the Jewish nation, to be close to Borei Olam. And here what happened, Borei Olam limited them. He didn't give them to get close to him. And this was also against their nature. This is what we see nowadays also. Everyone is dying to go to shul. Everyone wants to be in shul. This is against our nature that our shuls are closed now. And this is something which is almost exactly as it happened in the time of Matan Torah. That people wants to be close, people wants to be with the rabbis in the shuls. This is their nature, and this shows us that this is also, as the Drash says, that every year when it comes Chag Shavuot, it's a re-exception of the Torah from the beginning again. Means to say, Chag Shavuot that we are coming to is a time of accepting, re-accepting of the Torah. According to some of the poskim, when Borei Olam came to give the Torah, he saw that the nation, Am Israel, were a lot of people, that they were sick, and they were also people, wounded people with a lot of wounds. There were people that didn't have a hand, they couldn't move the hand because of the slavery that they were workers. It happened to them a lot of problems. Said Borei Olam to himself, shall I give the Torah to such people? A man that cannot see with his eye, a man that is missing an ear, a man that he cannot move the hand or chas v'shalom move the leg. What Borei Olam did? He healed all of them. This is what happened in on Ma'amad Har Sinai. Explained Rabbi Yoshiv here in Israel, he said once that since when you hear Aseret HaDibrot on Chag Shavuot, it is as if we just accept the Torah on Ma'amad Har Sinai. He says that at that time that you hear Aseret HaDibrot, you can think of chas v'shalom, somebody who is sick in the family. And this is a good segula to think at that time about his name, not to mention his name, because you are listening to Kriyat Torah, Aseret HaDibrot. But in the mind, you can think about the sick person which is in your family. I appreciate very much your preparation for Chag Shavuot. You took upon yourself to learn midnight, even before the day of Shavuot. It made on me a very good impression, because you look on all our Yamim Tovim, Pesach, Sukkot, Rosh Hashanah, Kippur. Some Chagim, you have preparation with the Yom Tov. But the preparation is not written in the Torah. For instance, people are starting to clean their house for Pesach from Rosh Chodesh Nisan. They are starting to clean. People are making teshuvah before Rosh Hashanah, saying Selichot 30 days before, but it's not written in the Torah. The only holiday that has a preparation before the holiday is Chag Shavuot. And this is the longest preparation that we have in all Yamim Tovim. 49 days before we prepare ourselves to Chag Shavuot. And on the other hand, such a long preparation to such a short holiday. The whole holiday in Israel is 1 day, in Chutz La'aretz is 2 days. Such a long preparation. And therefore, it's very nice that you prepared yourself, you are making an extra preparation before the day of Chag Shavuot. It bothered me when I read that the Torah years ago, that all the Yamim Tovim, the Torah gave a name to the Yom Tov according to the idea of the holiday. Yom Kippurim, the idea is kapara. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Tru'ah, it's a day of blowing. Sukkot, Chag Sukkot, making a sukkah. Shabuot is Chag Matan Torah. The main idea of the holiday is Matan Torah, getting the Torah from Borei Olam. So how come we don't call the holiday on the name of the idea of the holiday? We call it Chag HaShavuot. This is one question. And the second question that bothered me was, Borei Olam called the holiday Shabuot. It's what's written in the Torah. But in our prayer, we don't mention Chag HaShavuot. We are saying, V'titen lanu Hashem Elokeinu, Yom HaChag HaShavuot hazeh zman matan Torateinu. We do mention Matan Torah. Why the change? Why did we change the way that Borei Olam called and didn't mention at all Matan Torah? So we have two questions. One question is, the name of the holiday is not meant, the idea of the holiday is not written in the Torah. The other question is, the change that we do in the prayer and in the morning of in the Tfilat Amidah. Let's leave these questions for a while, and we have to deal with another question that bothers a lot, and it would be a big chidush also for you. The question was asked by several Mefarshim, the Maharsha, Rama Mipano. The Rama Mipano, I want you to know that you will remember Rama Mipano. Rama Mipano, he lived a little bit before Maran Bet Yosef. He is being famous with the minhag of Chalabiye and also Marokkis to put tefillin on a day of a fast, on mincha. A lot of people, they put tefillin on the day of mincha, in the day of a fast. Why? So Rama Mipano established it, and he said, in order to add more berachot, because you need every day to have 100 berachot, on the day of a fast, we are missing a lot of berachot we don't eat, so we have less berachot. So in order to add more berachot, this is what he established. And therefore he is well known, and then now you will know who is Rama Mipano. Both of them, they are asking a strong question. And they are saying the following: I have to remind you something that we learned in Haggadah Shel Pesach. You remember that according to the holiday of Pesach, the weekly days, we can know which day of the week will be all the other Yamim Tovim. The Shulchan Aruch gave the sign At Bash. At is the first day of Pesach on the week, will be something which starts with Taf. Taf Tisha B'Av. So Tisha B'Av always will be on the first day of the week that Pesach started. Bash, the second day of Pesach, the weekly day, will be Shabuot. And the same thing, Gimel with Reish, The third day will be Rosh Hashanah. You can check on the calendar and you will see that it works. So second day of Pesach will be Shabuot. Now let's go back in the tunnel of the time when Am Israel took the sheep in Egypt. What day of the week was it? Somebody remember?
It was the busiest day of the market, right?
On what day was it? It was on Shabbat. Because therefore we call the Shabbat before Pesach Shabbat Hagadol, because a big mess happened at that time that they took the sheep, which was the god of the Egyptians, to slaughter. So says the Tur, Shulchan Aruch, it was on Shabbat. Therefore you call it Shabbat Hagadol. Shabbat Hagadol at that time was the Asor LaChodesh, the 10th of Nisan. According to this, 10th of Nisan, what day of the week was Pesach at that year? 15 of the week. 15
right. So it was Thursday. It
was on Thursday. Very good. Excellent. Thursday. So first day of Pesach was Thursday. Now, according to the rule that we said, on the second day of Pesach, which was Friday, what holiday will be? Bash will be Shabuot, will be the day of Matan Torah. And this is against a clear Gemara in Masechet Shabbat that says everyone agrees that what day of the week Shabbat Torah was accepted? On Shabbat. So how can it be? Am Israel didn't accept the Torah on the 50th day at that year. They accepted it on the 51st day. This is the question that asked Rama Mipano, the Maharsha in Masechet Avodah Zarah, Daf Gimel, and the Rivash also. I will pick one explanation that was said by Reb Shimshon Raphael Hirsch, who was a rabbi, a big rabbi in Germany before the Holocaust, well known as Mefaresh of the Torah. His answer is very close to what the Maharsha is saying to Avodah Zarah. And he said, it is true. From here we learn that the Torah didn't establish the holiday of giving the Torah by Borei Olam. This is not the holiday. The holiday is on the preparation that Am Yisrael prepared themselves towards Matan Torah. And when this preparation ended, on the 49th day after counting Omer. And this was at that year on Friday. Torah was given on Shabbat, but this is not the holiday. The holiday is for the preparation. It's a no chidush. According to this, we can understand something in the prayer. Shabuot is one day. We have other holidays that has only one day. For instance, Rosh Hashanah. Even though it's 2 days, it's considered one day. In the prayer, what do we say? Yom Teruah Yinye Lachem. Yom Kippur also. It's written in the tefillah. We are saying we are praying in the tefillah. We are saying, "V'titen lanu Amonai Elokeinu את יום הכיפורים הזה, לסליחה, מחילה, כפרה. Shabuot is also only one day. But in the prayer, you will say on Friday, ותיתן לנו השם אלוקינו, את יום חג השבועות הזה, זמן מתן תורתנו. Time of Matan Torah. Don't say the day of Matan Torah. When you are saying the word Zman on a holiday, which is being spread on more than one day, for instance, on Pesach, we are saying, Zman Cherutenu, Zman Simchatenu on Sukkot, because it's more than one day. But how come on Shabuot we are saying the Zman Matan Toratenu? Explained Rabbi Yoshua ibn Shu'ib. He was a student of the Rashba. He lived around 650 years ago. He was a student of the Rashba. And he has a very important book. It's called Drashot Rabbi Yoshua ibn Shu'ib. He used to give it darush in the shuls at that time, 650 years ago. And he says that the reason why we are saying Zman Matan Toratenu, because we are not talking about the day of accepting the Torah. And this includes the whole preparation of Matan Torah. And therefore, we are saying Zman Matan Toratenu on Chag HaShavuot. This will give us to answer the first question that we asked. What was the first question? Why we don't call the day the holiday? The Torah didn't call the holiday on the main idea of the Torah, Matan Torah. Why it's called Shabuot? The reason it's called Shabuot, because the holiday is not on Matan Torah. The holiday is on the preparation, on the Shabuot, on the 7 Shabuot, on the 7 weeks that Am Israel prepared themselves towards Matan Torah. So Chag HaShavuot is the emphasizes the purification of the nation, that they purified themselves towards Matan Torah. And this, which was important to Borei Olam. With this, we will understand also the way that we pray in the Tefillah. Even though the Torah called it Shavuot, we are saying Zman Matan Toratenu. If you remember, when we learned Haggadah Shel Pesach, we asked the question, how can it be that the Torah calls it Chag HaMatzot, never says Chag HaPesach? And Am Israel, we call it Pesach. We don't say next week is Chag HaMatzot. No. Tomorrow, next week is Chag Pesach. It's Pesach. And also we see that Chachamim also didn't follow the Torah. And they called the Mesechet of the deals with Pesach. They didn't call it Mesechet Chag HaMatzot or Mesechet HaMatzot. They called it Mesechet Pesachim. So we brought the explanation of Rabbi Levi Yitzchak Mibarditchev, and he said that the reason it's written in Gemara Brachot in Daf Vav, the same thing that Am Israel wears tefillin, Borei Olam also Kiviyachol puts on tefillin. And the Gemara is asking, what is written in the tefillin of Borei Olam? What's written there? So the Gemara says, by Borei Olam, it is written, me, Ke'amcha Yisrael, who is like you, Am Israel, Goy Echad Ba'aretz, one nation in the world. This is the way the Borei Olam relates to the Jewish nation. And what's written in the Tefillin of Am Israel, also Echad. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. By us, Borei Olam is one, and by Borei Olam, Am Israel is one. This is, as the Pasuk says in Shir HaShirim, Ani ledodi vedodi li. We are glorifying Borei Olam, and Borei Olam glorifies us. According to his idea of Rabbi Yitzchak Barbitchev, that he said about Chag HaPesach, maybe we can say the same thing on Chag HaShavuot. Borei Olam called in the Torah the name of the holiday, Shabuot, glorifying Am Israel. Preparation, that they prepared themselves 49 days for Chag HaShavuot. He is praised with this. And we are praising Borei Olam with what he gave us. What he gave us, the Torah. Therefore we are saying, Zman Matan Torateinu. We are praising Borei Olam, you gave us the Torah. And he is praising us, but you, Shavuot, you prepared yourself towards the day of accepting the Torah, purifying yourself, going up from step to a step. I want to tell you that we have to say also thank you to Yitzchak that he organized this shiur. When I heard it, it touched my heart. I said to myself, but boys, they left already the yeshiva. What they need from Merski, they have. What they need even more. But nevertheless, I see the thirsty that every boy has, and he prepared going back to the tunnel of time that Am Israel prepared themselves, and you are making like a tikkun of what Am Israel did. On the day of Shavuot, they went to sleep. Borei Olam had to wake them up in the morning. Therefore, we are making the tikkun of Shavuot, tikkun of what they did. And you are making even a greater tikkun, even a day before Shavuot. Already you are ready to be up and to come to listen to the Torah. I want to wish everyone that came to the shiur that you will have the merit to accept the Torah as Borei Olam gave it on Ma'amad Har Sinai.